going to read Fritz and the Beautiful Horses. It's written and illustrated by Jan Brett and published by Hoffland Mifflin Company. Once there was a walled city known for its beautiful horses. Hey, Montana. They were magnificent jumpers, splendid chargers, and elegant parade horses. The citizens were so proud of these horses that it was decreed that only the most beautiful would be allowed in the city. All the others would have to stay outside. One of these that had to stay outside was a pony named Fritz. Fritz was not very beautiful. He had long tangled mane, he had whiskers, he had short legs. But he was gentle and kind, and he was sure-footed, and he was always willing to help out and work. Day after day, Fritz watched the beautiful horses. Some had braided manes and tails, and they carried lovely ladies. Others had glossy coats, and they pulled grand carriages. Most of all, he liked to watch the children ride the horses. I wonder why the children looked so frightened, he thought. The children were afraid because those large horses would prance and leap, and it made them very difficult to ride. As Fritz watched them, he thought, I would like a child to ride me. But no one ever bothered to look at Fritz. One day he climbed up the road leading to the walled city, and he tried to take long, graceful strides so he would look like the pretty horses. He pranced and he curved and he threw his head back in the air. He's not very pretty, but he sure is a nice horse. Montana, what's up, babe? The citizens would stare at Fritz, and they began to laugh. Look at that silly horse, they said. He's not lovely like our horses. No, he wasn't. And then the ladies and the magnificent gentlemen would gallop away toward the city. Fritz hung his head and he said, I guess I do look a little silly. Fritz listened to the people as they galloped their horses by. He would hear their loud cheers on the bridge going to the walled city. All of a sudden he heard a loud snap. The bridge was breaking underneath the weight of those horses' hooves.
Oh.
Montana, back up, sweetie. Thank you. Fritz saw a large crack appear in the middle of the bridge. The citizens were on one side and the children were on the other side. We'll have to cross through the river, said the people, to get to the children. The children were a little afraid. They wouldn't move. My horse might buck me, one said. Or mine might leap and stumble, said another. We could all fall off, they cried. Stay where you are, shouted the citizens. We will come and get you, children. The horses wouldn't move. The hill's much too steep for them. My lovely mane could get tangled up in the bushes, thought a horse. We certainly don't want to get wet, they said. We're too pretty. Everyone began to wonder, what would they do? Then they noticed Fritz.
They got wet.
They did get wet. Fritz carefully climbed to where the children were waiting. Fritz was not beautiful, but remember, he was kind and gentle, and he was always willing to work. He was sure-footed. The children were not going to be afraid to ride him.
No.
One by one, Fritz carried the children carefully down the steep hill and calmly across the river and back to the other side. Finally, when he had all the children back to the walled city, a great cheer went up from the parents. The lovely ladies cried, "Hooray for the sure-footed pony!" And the gentlemen would say how kind and dependable the pony was. The children exclaimed, "We didn't fall off!" Fritz was given a special place in the walled-off city. All the children cared for him and became his friend. And from that day on, in the walled city, was known for its beautiful horses and one very dependable pony. The end. Thank you. Bye-bye.